Hello from Covenant Life Fellowship. We're Ken Porter's the pastor.
That's me. And welcome to Bev's Lifeline.
Listen, Ken and I have decided for the next few lifelines, we were going to partner together because we think it's important for you to hear the perspective of a wife as well
And
as a husband. And so we have agreed that today we're going to talk about communication.
Yes.
Which is really an aspect of relationships where many people struggle. We are
No exception.
absolutely no exceptions. I can remember earlier in our marriage, and even now, I would articulate my feelings, or I want to talk about something that was bothering me, and I would share with him what I was thinking and how I was feeling or what my struggle was, and then this wonderful man would respond with very few words. He would give me a sentence or two, and I would misinterpret that. I would think that maybe he doesn't care as much, or he's not as engaged, and that was really not correct. He was just communicating in a very different
way. Which we do. Men and women communicate differently. As a matter of fact, women on a daily basis has 20,000 words a day. 20,000 words. In comparison to a man who basically has 7,000 words.
7,000?
7,000 words. So basically you have 3 times more words than I do. So when I come home and you ask me how was my day, and I say it was fine, it was great, everything went well, that's about it. That's about all I have left.
That's about what you would give me.
Yes.
And so for me, we have to talk a lot about that, and I had to understand that he was communicating. He does communicate. It's just different.
Differently, yes.
You communicate more in actions.
In actions.
Would you say? In
Absolutely.
deeds? In deeds. And I tend to use my words. It's okay. It's just different. So over the course of our marriage, and in our marriage training, because we do marriage counseling, in our training, we've learned 2 really effective tools. We want to share it with you.
Yes.
The 2 tools is assertiveness and active listening. So can I do assertiveness?
Yes, please.
Assertiveness is asking for what you want. Telling someone how you feel and not allowing or assuming that person can read your mind, because they can't.
Absolutely.
But so I have to tell him what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling, what I want. That's what assertiveness is. Now, there's some rules
Absolutely.
to
Yes,
assertiveness. When you are asking for what you want, avoid, to the extent possible, the word you. 'Cause when you're in a conversation and you use the word you, what does it feel like?
It appears that it's accusatory, and what happens is I stop listening. Most people stop listening, and they begin to formulate their answer. So they're not hearing what you're saying. They're busy trying to say, okay, well,
I'm talking and you're formulating your because you're becoming defensive.
Defensive,
right?
Absolutely.
So to the extent possible, rather than using the word you when you're asking for what you want, use the word I. This is how I feel. This is what I'm thinking. When that happened, it made me feel this way. Because the way I'm feeling is true.
Absolutely.
It's true. So that's assertiveness, asking for what you want. And can you do active listening?
And active listening is basically for us guys, it's like a pitcher throwing a ball, and the catcher on the other end receives it, he catches it. That's what active listening is making sure that which has been said is actually being heard. So what you do essentially is you repeat what you've heard to make sure that what you heard is what you heard.
And does that mean that you have to agree with what I just said?
No, not at all. Because active listening does not mean that you agree. It only means that you've heard that which has been said. And that's fine. We don't always agree with what's being said.
But we always want to know that we've been heard.
Oh, absolutely. Right? Above all.
So can we practice?
Sure.
It's not a practice. I wanna give you a real example
life situation
of assertiveness and active listening.
Okay.
This is real. Okay. Can we agreed a while back that we would reserve every Friday.
Yes.
You know what I'm going to say?
I know what you're going to say.
Every Friday is our date night.
Mm-hmm.
And I just so look forward to that date night. I think about it all through the week, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to plan, okay, I wonder what we're going to do, where we're going to go. And it's so important
Mm-hmm.
to me. It makes me happy. I just love it. I'm sad, though, because the last several Fridays, we have not honored that
commitment.
Yeah, and it makes me sad. We're doing good things for the world. We're making sacrifices, but I would really like for us to hold true to that commitment.
Understood. If I hear you correctly, you're saying that you are disappointed in the fact that we've not honored our Friday commitment, because that is really important. It's so important that we must refuel ourselves before we can help anyone else. And
Exactly.
No one is going to take care of us like us. So what you're saying is that you want us to get back to honoring our Friday because we have to take care of us.
That's,
I've got you, baby.
you got
I got you. I got you, baby.
got me.
I got you, baby.
Okay, that's real. We didn't make that up. That really
Mhm.
is how I feel, and I
Yes.
appreciate you making that
Absolutely.
recommitment.
I'm going to make it happen.
Okay.
Everybody's on notice.
Everybody, you heard it.
Friday is
You
out.
heard it here. So that's all we have. I hope that this has been helpful. You know it's ministry, so guess what we're getting ready to ask you to do?
We're going to ask you to share it.
Share it and like it.
Like it.
Right?
Amen.
And-
Absolutely. Because this is ministry.
It's ministry.
This is ministry.
And we're working with you to fortify your marriage.
Absolutely.
That's all we have for you now. Know that we love you infinity.
Infinity.
Bye-bye.
Bye.